Hello there, I'm your developer with big nuts, and today I'm going to continue with the game that we were developing. So yeah, let's get right into it. Before we get started, I just wanted to share some info about the game we're working on. It's called Humans in a Box. It's about a human who's stuck inside a box. We think it's gonna be hilarious. Head out to humansinabox.com for more detail. Hello there, welcome back. It's been a while since I've made my last video, but today we're going to be working on something very interesting. What did we have last time? We had this little hamster who can jump, land on trees. Let's add a little bit of a way to increase our score by maybe collecting coins or something. And maybe we're gonna add a few enemies so we can jump on. But the more interesting part is we're gonna try to make it so that we can add a lot of content. And that's gonna be probably towards the end. First of all, let me move all my code into some other files because we have everything into one file. It's a little bit annoying to work with. Okay, so for each of those elements, give me full hamster, trees and everything, we're gonna have one file. Maybe I should have done this separately. This is annoying to watch. So just a note, the way I can put things into a new file. First of all, I had to change the type to module. That way I can use import. And then first I export the object I want to put in the new file. And then in here I import it. So I have shift and move camera to hamster. Those two I'm gonna import. Okay. Shift needs to be relative because if you put shift without anything, it's gonna think that it's an npm package, but this is not. It's just locally located. Okay, so now it's working properly. Let's keep doing with the rest. One way I can figure out if the function is used in other places, I just look at the color. So here those are gray, so I can remove them from the import. Rectangles intersect and get collision rect. So that also means I can not export them. So what was it? Rectangles intersect collision rect. So remove the export. Okay, so now we're back. Yeah, this was super boring, so that's why I had to skip ahead. Now we have things organized in files. The reason why we were able to do this more easily is because when we call function, let's say when we call draw hamster, we pass all the variables in as opposed to have the variable somewhere and then just call it inside. If you have the practice of passing things in, then it's much easier to refactor, move things around. If you just have something like, oh, I have a constant image here and this is what I had before. I didn't pass it in, I just use it from somewhere else. Then when you move this around, then this breaks because you have to bring this along. So it's a big mess. It's a good practice to just pass things in and don't rely on global variables. Locate it somewhere in the file. So what else did we plan to do? Well, okay, let's have the ability to collect coins. Okay, let's go back into our sprite and draw some coins. Oh wow, this is very awesome graphics. Okay, so we're gonna add a few frames, maybe 3 frames. I think that should be enough. The full coin should be a circle, right? Yeah, we have a coin. As simple as that. Okay, so that was pretty quick. Let's look at our images. Now we have 3 coins in there. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have a new file. It's called coin.js, and we're gonna model that the same as the way we have trees. So when I don't know what to do, I'm just copying from one file to another and then modify it. Yeah. Coins. Okay, so animation. We need a new animation for coin. Okay. So is it 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8. So that it does a nice loop. Coin. Actually, it needs to be animated. Let me see. How do I do the animation? So we're copying that from our hamster animation. Animation is the coin itself, frame, and animation frame. Coin, and we don't need tree top. We might need it later, but for now we don't need that. Okay, so we're drawing our coin, and let's see how it looks like. So coins, we need many coins. Okay, we have a pretty big coin right here. And then the collision box is completely off. Yeah, so remember we just copied everything from tree, so it's kind of normal that it looks a little bit wonky like this. But now we can adjust. Let me first adjust the collision. I'm gonna make it the nice size that I want. Maybe 50 by 50. Oh, yeah, that's good. Really not too high, so yeah, right here is good. What else? Wait, actually, this is the collision. The collision bar should be like this, but I can move the place where it is, so okay. Now for the drawing part, it's a little bit too big. Let's reduce it. What if I make it the size of the collision? Okay, that completely disappeared. Where did it go? Wait, what was 512? Oh, okay, no, it's not. That's not what I want to change. I want to change this. So remember the first part of the draw image is the source. The source, that's right, is correct. We just need to change the size, which is right here. Plus 25 minus 25. Yeah, see, it's perfectly inside. And the collision box can be a little bit bigger than the coin, which is good, you know. For things like enemy, you make it a little bit, the collision box a bit smaller. And for things like bonus, you make it a little bit bigger. So it's a little bit easier for the user to pick up those. Okay. Well, I'm fine with this, the way it is. So then next, check the collision between the tree. Okay, so check collision. So we have collision between the hamster and the trees. So this is the file collision.js, and then it knows about hamster, it knows about trees. Yeah, that's not very good. So I'm just gonna move this outside. Hamster and tree. Yeah, tree, and then what else? Push. No, push. Only hamster, tree, and push. Okay. And when I go outside, so we have hamster, tree, and push, and put everything in. Yeah. So it's just moving the code around so that it's outside. Doesn't know what tree is. It doesn't even need it. Okay, that's surprising. Yeah, along the way, I don't know, there's a bug, like suddenly like it gets stuck to the top. I don't really know about it. It's fine, I'll figure it out later. I'll just make it part of the game, you know. Sometimes, I mean, it's not that critical to fix this, right? It's kind of funny. You can make a, maybe if the hamster was some kind of like monkey, then you could actually do that. Stick to the top. We now want a collision between the coins. So now we can do check. So the reason I did this whole thing up there is so I can do check collision, hamster and coins, and I can do the same thing. Tree, push, hamster coin push. I don't want to allow to pop up constantly, so if coin not coin collected, coin collected goes true. All right, so this is just collision and then showing that it works. Yeah, hit the coin, good. But really, what do we want to do? We want to increase the score, right? Game info score plus plus. Let's take a little break. I lost, yeah, I lost my vision. So let's get back. So increase the score and then score div. Let's update it. Right. See if that works. I hit it. The score is 1. Okay, I don't want to increase everything. Before score. Good. And then it gets collected, so we don't see it anymore. So if coin collected. Okay, so it's gone. I think I want to add a little bit sound, you know, just to make it nice. To add sound, I'm just gonna use there's this website called ZZFX. It's very easy to make sound from it. And it was made killed by Pixel. No, made by Frank Force. So let's see. Pick up. That was pretty good. So I just copy this thing. That's kind of like how I make sound. It's very easy. Collect coin. Of course, I also have to import it. So it's not part of our project, so I have to import it in a different way. Collect coin. Let's export this. Yeah, we're gonna say collect coin. And collect coin can take care of marking that's collected. So make the sound. If coin collected, return false, return true. So yeah, put the maximum of information, like of code, into here. That way your main game code has less to think about. But that said, the score, it's the coin, collect coin doesn't know about it, so that's why I put that code here. Let's try again. Yep, there you go. So just for fun, let's add a few more coins. Okay, good. Now we're in our game. Okay, picked up. Yay. Wow. And score of 3. See, this is very simple. I mean, we already have almost a fun game, right? We need enemies. Otherwise, this is too easy. So what is the enemy of a hamster? Let's say like we want something that looks completely different. So instead of orange, maybe something green. I guess I could make a turtle, or how about a frog? Yeah, I'm just gonna make a frog.